The stuff we're doing today is with the slopes again. Okay. Remember, there are 4 types of slopes. They're either going up, they're going down, they're going horizontally, or they are going vertically. So if it's going up, it has a positive slope. If it's going down, it's negative. These are the 2.
And vertical.
Horizontal has what kind of slope? 0. Remember the Z's. Slope is 0. Vertical is the one where there is no slope. Or in the book, they may say it's undefined, which you can just abbreviate UND. Either way, we usually just write no slope. So, it's chapter 3 still. So last year, this is what we're doing. Today's assignment is what you did almost all of last year.
Algebra?
Yes. Y equals mx plus b. All right. So, some of the problems, about half of them today, are the absolute easiest linear algebra problems that there are. In order to write a linear equation, you need to know m, which is the slope, and b, which is the y-intercept. Okay? Half of the problems today are like this. They give you what m is and what b is, and you've got to write the equation. So everyone in here better be able to do these. The equation is y equals 1/2, because that's m, x plus whatever b is, 7. And that's all there is to it. That's half of your assignment. Okay? Now the other half is a little more, you guys, put your iPads away, everybody. The other half is you don't know, right. If you know what m is, I'll just make it 3, and it goes through point 1, 2. You know half of it. I know it's y equals 3x. No. What we don't know is you don't know b. So you need to find b. So this is the type that you spent a lot on last year. We can find b by plugging what we know into y equals mx plus b. Because remember, they gave us one of the x and y's.
Yeah.
So we can put 2 in for y. We can put 3 in for m. We can put 1 in for x. But we don't know what b is. So once you do that, you can solve now for b. 2 equals 3 times 1 is 3 plus b. So when you solve it, you got to subtract 3, and you get -1 equals b. So the equation then is y equals 3x minus 1. That's as hard of the ones that we got to do is like those.
So you don't have to solve it?
We're just writing the equation. We can't solve it.
Oh yeah, because there's only...
Yeah. So, right, let me do one more, and then I'm going to show you there is one other type of problem that is just as easy. It's just written a different way that you haven't seen. We did do a few of them last year, but... Okay? So on this one, sometimes you get oddball numbers. In order, we have the m, so we got to find the b. So y equals mx plus b. This is x, that's y, so we put -2 in for y. 1/4 in for m. 7 in for x. Shh, quiet. plus b, and then you gotta solve it. So negative 2 equals 1/4 times 7 is 7/4, which is 1 3/4,
Yes, sir.
plus b. So we gotta subtract 1 3/4, which is negative 3 3/4. So the equation is y equals 1/4 x, put this in for m, minus 3 3/4. Alright? Now, the ones that you haven't, well, I guess we did a few of them last year, that are solved just like this, except they're worded differently. So it'll say, write the equation of the line parallel to through a point. Okay? Now, this is what you got to make the connection. What do you know about parallel lines? What are the same? Slopes are the same. Just like that assignment from yesterday. The slopes are the same. Now, if you notice in this problem, they didn't give us M, like they did here, or B. But here's the key to this. You guys already know the answer to this. If it's going to be parallel to this line, what's the slope of this line? No, what's the slope of this line right here? 1. Slope is the number in front of the x.
Oh, man.
So since it's going to be parallel to this line, you got to use the same slope. Does that make sense? So it's an exact same problem as this. It's just they wrote it's parallel to a line, and you got to remember that you use the same slope. So now you do the same thing we did there. Y equals mx plus b. So we put 4 in for y, 1 in for m, 1 in for x, plus b, and you solve it. 4 equals 1 plus b, subtract 1, 3 equals b. So the equation would be y equals 1x, which is just x, plus 3. Okay, there's a few of them where they say like this. Find the equation of the line parallel to this through a point. Everyone got it?
I got a question.
Yes.
That one. Yeah. Like, how did you get 6? So is that a B?
Oh, that's a b, yeah. This is what, because b is equal. It's y equals mx plus b.
Oh, okay.
So then that's what we solved for, was what b was equal to.
Do you need some, water?